All right, everyone. We are back for episode 41 of Make Friends Radio. I do want to give a quick reminder to everyone that missed our last merch push. On August 1st, we're going to be running a 2-week Make Friends Radio merchandise situation. So if you want to pick up something that you missed last time, now's the time to do that. Anyways, let's introduce my buddy Marcelas Howard. He is a social media star, best known for his production of extremely funny basketball-based sketches. Love this guy. So,
Sir.
Marcellus, introduce yourself.
May I go by Marcellus Howard, also known as Marcellus Howard Perry, my full name. College graduate, played college basketball, played basketball my whole life, played baseball my whole life, soccer, football. I am a content creator, YouTuber, editor, director, producer. You name it, I do it. I do it all, man. So
Yeah, how did you get into the content creation game?
I was about 14 years old and I started my YouTube channel. And then I dropped my first video, I think around late 2010, early
Mhm.
2011. I started off making basketball hoop mixtapes because I used to watch the Area's finest. And I wanted to be like them. So I used my iPod Touch. I would go watch my boys play JV basketball. I would drive after practice. I would leave practice, have my mom drop me off at Burbank High School where they played at. And I would record my best friend. And then I'll make him mixtapes and I'll edit videos for him. And that's where it all started.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
9 years ago.
9 years ago. That's when
9 years ago.
the first video hit the internet.
Yes, I believe the title of the video is literally called GBWE, JC, and Cliff. So GBWE stands for Get Buckets with Ease. We made that name up in 8th grade. It's a little basketball, little gang.
Sure.
And then JC, he's my best friend, Jalen Coates, since kindergarten. And then Cliff was also a good friend of mine since middle school. He recently passed away about 3.5 years ago. So that video is very significant because he was on my first video I ever made. So I
Yeah,
always
man.
keep that video.
All right, P. Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, no, it's all good, man. It happens.
So I can imagine that there's a significant difference in quality of videos from when you were 14
Oh.
to now. Can you describe how far you've come in kind of that process and what probably looked like a camcorder to now being professionally produced videos?
Man, I went through. I'm on my 5th camera now. So I started with the iPod Touch. I went to a Canon little video recorder.
Mm-hmm.
I went to iPhone. I went to a Canon G7X, and now I'm on a Canon EOS M50. So literally progressed throughout the years. Starting in like 2016, I started to actually take it more serious when I was in college. And the video quality, the editing, I got a professional editor now. I do less of the work on that end, more of the work just filming, focusing on content, not having to worry about editing. So it's definitely came a long way. I would definitely say that.
Sure. So in the early days, did you do the start to finish process, the editing and sound and all that?
Yes, I edited all the way up to 2018. 2018, and then I got an editor beginning of last year, I want to say. Um, so I edited for a good 6 to 7 years, just doing all the work, filming, editing, the same process. It's very tiring knowing that you have to edit a long video after you got done filming it. It's not the funnest process.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool. Like I don't know if any of you guys have checked out Marcellus before, but if you haven't, what is your YouTube channel?
My YouTube channel is just Marcellus Howard,
Mm-hmm.
just one word.
Same on Insta and all that too.
Same Insta. I mean Insta, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, anything. It's all Marcellus Howard.
Nice. So I imagine, I mean, you're putting out videos all the time.
Yeah.
So how do you find your motivation? I gotta imagine kind of doing some stuff on a bit of a repetitive kind of motion can sometimes
Yeah.
be tiring. Where do you find
Yes.
motivation to come up with new stuff?
Man, honestly, I find different sources. It always changes for me. Um, what motivates me last year may be different what motivates me this year. Like recently, what's been motivating me is just this house. You know what I'm saying? Buying my first
Mm-hmm.
house and being able to really create in here and make it mine.
Mm-hmm.
And then also looking at my plaques, looking at my 100K and my million subscriber, it just reminds me how far I've came and how far I still have yet to go. So that's what keeps me motivated, no matter what the views look like. the money looks like. I still just love creating content to entertain. So that's where the motivation comes from.
That's cool too, man. Congratulations on the home purchase at such a young age, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Kudos to
Yes.
you.
Yes.
So with the basketball realm, I mean, how do you find new ideas? Like what is the general process of coming up with a new video?
So I recently told one of my friends this about a couple weeks ago. No one really knows the process. It's nothing special, but it's pretty unique. So if you ask any of my friends I film with, if I'm thinking of a new video that I don't know I'm gonna film yet, when we get to the film session, I literally have a process where it's like, okay, you guys ready to film? All right, cool. I need 2 minutes. So I go sit down for 2 minutes and I sit like in my little posture here. And I just start deep thinking. And I'll think about old videos I've done, new videos I've done, and then I'll find something. It'll click. Literally 2 minutes. That's all I need. If I really lock in for 2 minutes, I can find a new idea. It's the craziest thing ever. It's a blessing to have that mental capacity to think on the spot like that. So
Yeah,
it's not like written down or anything. It's more so just on the spot.
yeah, especially with 9 years worth of content though. How many videos
Woo!
would you say you have?
Over 500. Over
500.
500. Over easily. Yeah. It's a lot of videos. It's a
Yeah.
lot of videos.
Oh, by the way, I saw a picture of you in the background. Do you also DJ? I saw you were behind someone sitting down at a table with a little little controller out there.
My good friend Sarah, DJ Fiji, she DJs, but when she first started DJing, I showed her a few little tips that I kind of remembered from back in the day when I used to mess. I forgot where I learned that from, and then she took it and ran with it. And now she's an amazing DJ. But at my own grad party, I took over a DJ a little bit. I can DJ a little bit, I got a little bit of that background too. I'm a jack of all trades. I'm not the best, but I know how to blend in, mix and scratch a little bit. I could, if I really wanted to figure it out, I could.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. Because I know you're a DJ yourself, man. So I know that's a different realm of area that I'm not comfortable in yet. So
yeah, you know I'm gonna make you prove yourself when you come over next time.
It's all good. I'll embarrass myself for sure.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it's all fun and games.
So let's get back to kind of your specialty here.
Yeah.
Take just a moment to toot your own horn. How many subscribers do you actually have, and how many views is like the most popular video that you've put up?
Subscribers I have right now about 1,246,000 around there.
That's what's up.
And yeah, it's pretty cool, And the most view video I think is sitting at 8 million. I want to say.
That's cool.
I think 8 now.
Only slightly more than me at 300. So
hey man, we all got to start somewhere, This is almost 10 years of work.
Yeah, man, it's dope though. I'm glad we got a chance to meet each other. So
yeah, definitely.
I've known you for some time, but also felt the need to actually do a little bit of research prior to our conversation.
Okay, I like that.
So I read that you sustained an injury in high school and in college.
Yes.
Has that gotten or created any kind of impact on your overall career?
Yes. So tore my ACL going into junior year of high school. Missed my whole junior year, summer, high school season. So had no offers going into senior year. So I went JUCO for 2 years. Second year JUCO, I was top 5 in the state in scoring. I had about 3 offers that I was taking seriously. I cut out a lot of schools that I didn't want to go to. I had Holy Names University. It was Bellevue in Nebraska. And the school, I think, was called Northwest Oklahoma State or something like that. I didn't even pay them no mind, like, seriously, because I really was set on Bellevue, which is the NAIA, and then Holy Names, which is the NCAA D2. And I was at an open gym preparing for my official visit that Friday. It was Tuesday. So that Friday I had an official visit in Oakland. I drive to the basket, go for a layup. The big man falls on me. My ankle snaps, break my ankle, have emergency surgery 3 days later.
Damn.
And I was still able, by the grace of God, to play 2 more years of college, junior and senior year. I had 3 ankle surgeries. So I had the surgery that summer, the summer after my junior year. And then I think that's 2. I think I had 1 more after for scar tissue or during. I think it might have been during or before. I forgot when, but I had 3 total. And that definitely changed everything I did. I was explosive. I used to be super explosive. I changed my game. I can't jump like I used to. I'm trying to get that back because I used to be able to jump pretty high.
Yeah.
But it impacted me in a way to make me realize that there's other ways to be creative, especially on the court. Because when you're playing basketball, it's kind of like you're an artist. So you're creating, you're kind of painting your way through, finding stuff that looks good, stuff that appeals to the audience, what I'm saying, but also is super productive. So
Nice.
it was a cool process.
I'm glad you're able to make the best of an unfortunate situation there.
Yeah.
And speaking to your skills, though, I in part of my research watched this video where this dude he bamboozled me, man. He like really was like, man, is this guy really as good as he says he is? And I was like, oh no, they're talking crap about Marcella. So I watched the video and the dude was just totally bigging you up the whole time. So that was
that was a great video.
Yeah.
Actually, when he knew more about me than I thought anybody could ever know about myself. So I was like, dang, there's that much information out there on the internet. You got to find it.
He was real thorough. Yeah.
Very.
He was definitely a source of my question inspiration. So speaking to your skills and cool things that have happened in your career,
yes,
is it or is it not true that you're an unlockable character in a video game?
It was true once upon a time.
It was true.
It was true.
So you got removed or
so how that happened, that was in NBA Live 2019. And there was like about 30 to 40 plus creators. I think about 30 plus that had their own weekend. So I had a weekend where it was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You had 3 days to unlock me. So you had to beat me in the game to unlock me. So I had to play against myself to unlock myself. And I think I lost like the first 2 or 3 times. Like it was extremely hard to beat myself. And I'm like, I know my moves. I know what I do. Like, why can't I beat myself? So I finally beat myself and I locked myself, and then I have myself in the game forever. So I can go play the game right now and be able to play as myself. So it's kind of dope.
That's really dope, dude. Like
super, it's crazy. You dream of being in video games as a kid, and to be in a video game.
Yeah,
I just can't.
The funny thing is, my parents always told me that you can't make money playing video games.
Oh.
Now you could make, and of course this is. I was born in the 80s, so it's probably true back then.
Yes.
Like there wasn't much money in playing like Mario Brothers and Zelda. But yeah, I mean nowadays, man, it's seeing some of these people making millions of dollars.
Millions.
Just playing video games.
That's why I got into Twitch streaming. I was like, I need to get into that tax bracket over there.
Yes, sir. Me too. But I don't know anyone wants to watch an old dude play video games, so we'll see.
You'd be surprised out there, man. I've watched a lot of Twitch streamers that I'm like, why am I watching this person? And then I'll just sit there, watch 30 minutes and be like, dang, I'm hooked already.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I find myself doing that too. Just like tuning in and watching some dude like plant plants for no reason. And you're like, why am I still watching this?
But then it's like, dang, it's interesting. So it's like, so it's really weird. It's really weird, but it's kind of fun.
It all makes sense when we were kids and we'd all just like huddle around and watch each other play like 007 GoldenEye.
Yeah, because like back then you couldn't play online, really.
Yeah,
so
and no one would have a problem like sitting the game out and just watching everyone whoop. And
exactly.
Now look at us.
Yep, because now it's like you can play globally. Because when I was growing up, you had to wait your turn if you didn't have 2 controllers.
Yep.
You wasn't playing online, and then we couldn't play all day. We had to go outside and do something. So we didn't have the luxury the kids have today. For sure not.
When I was first growing up, there wasn't saves in video games, so it was like you play as far as you could get.
Wait, were you with the what was it called? The Ontario? Was it?
Well, there was Atari.
Atari.
Yeah, there was the original Nintendo. There's a couple even before that, like Betamax. I don't actually remember. My first system was an Atari, and it was just like this little stick.
Yep.
You just move it up and down.
That one had no saving system, right?
Neither did Nintendo for the most part.
Dang, so you had to play. So if you play something, you beat something, you can't save it. You got to redo it again.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah, you just had to play it all the way through. There was no like. I think Super Nintendo was the first time they came through with the save system. I'm sure someone will correct me on that, but as far as I remember,
I would have been sick. I'd have been like, "All this working, I can't save it."
Yeah, I had a couple times getting in trouble with my dad just turning the system off.
Oh no,
losing it. What are you doing?
Because you have to keep the system on with the TV, or how would it work?
Well, no, I mean the TV didn't matter. You could turn the TV off. It's all running off of the system.
So
But
system
if
has to
he
keep
would
playing. So
unplug the system, you're out of luck. All that
oh
progress is
no,
gone.
I would have been highly upset if I had a kid. He's came in and just, hey dad, and unplugged it.
Actually,
All hell would have broke loose.
there were probably a couple of games that had saves in it because I remember playing Zelda, and that one
Yeah.
did actually have like 1 or 2 save slots. So I think
Okay.
everything I just said is probably bull.
Hey, someone's got to fact check you. If not, we're gonna run with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so getting back to your illustrious career, what is the craziest experience that your career has presented to you? Right. Like, so I'm sure you've run into all kinds of famous people, been put in
Man,
crazy positions. What is that one story that you're like, damn, that really happened?
I tell the story till I'm blue in the face, man. When I met Kyrie Irving. Um, long story short, actually, not long story short. I'll give you a little bit of the rundown. When I broke my ankle, so it comes around full circle, I had recorded a Kyrie Irving be like before I broke it. And I was sitting on the video. I never posted it. And I was just like, I'm going to just post it, see what happens. My channel was at like 2,000 subs when I posted it. About a couple months later, 2 months later, I hit 10,000 subs. The video hits about 500 plus K, hits 1 million within like 2 or 3 months. And I'm in class with my cast, propped up on a chair. I get a DM. Someone's like, hey, you know Kyrie follows you. I'm like, no way. So I look, I wasn't even following him. So I followed him. And then I DM him. I'm like, yo, this is 2016. So this is the championship Cleveland Cavaliers. This is their run. This is their year before the playoffs start. I'm like, yo, man, appreciate the follow. Go get that ring this year, man. And he responds back, yeah, bro, I always see you back with the dope videos on my timeline. Keep doing you, always supporting. But he responded within like 30 seconds. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I sent it. It said red right away. And I was like, whoa. I was like, okay. So I don't know.
Wasn't expecting that.
I was expecting that. So I don't know how familiar you are with the Kaylani situation with Party Next Door and Kaylani. They're allegedly she was cheating on him. But it was that day, exact day. And I wasn't expecting no response or anything. And I got that response. Changed my life. Fast forward, 2019, last year. We're in New York. The Celtics are playing the Nets. He was on the Celtics back then. I knew Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown saved tickets for me. So we Ubered from New York to Brooklyn, about 30 minutes. Got to the game, watched the game, waited for Jaylen Brown to come out. But in the midst of that, I totally forgot Kyrie was on the team because he didn't play that night. He sat out. He's from Jersey, so Brooklyn's not far. His family's there. He walks out, and I'm like, oh, shoot. I'm like, that's Kyrie Irving. I'm like, oh, snap. I'm like, I wonder if he recognizes me because we've had conversation over social media. And it's about 10, 15 minutes. I turn to him. He's up top talking to his dad. We lock eyes for a second. And then he's like, oh, no, he's taking a picture with the kid. And then he looks at me. He's like, oh, snap, what's up, Marcelas? First name basis.
Sick.
I would never forget that to this day. And he gave me like a big old bro hug. And he was like giving me words of encouragement that I'll never forget to this day, man. He was basically saying, keep doing your most support and like, you inspire me. He was telling me this type of stuff. And I was just like, this is NBA champion right here. And I said, can I get a picture? He's like, of course. And that was the highlight of my career so far. Nothing has beat that yet. Not the million subscribers, nothing. Like that was the prominent, because he's my favorite player.
That means something to you, right? It's not just
Yeah.
like some like shallow clout thing.
It's not, because him and Isaiah Thomas were my favorite players. And of course, LeBron James. I've always been a LeBron James fan, but Kyrie and Isaiah is who I model my game after the most. Because Isaiah's 5'9" like me, and Kyrie is crafty finisher like I aspire to be. So that's my highlight moment, man.
That's dope, man. That's kind of like something you've grown up idolizing, and then having that become part of your reality has got to feel something else.
It's crazy. Like sometimes I look at the picture and I'm just like, this really happened. This really happened. We almost didn't make the game because Jaylen Brown asked for my name. I texted to him and he didn't respond. So we got on the first plane. We get off on the connector. As we're about to get onto that connecting flight, he said, you still need the tickets. I said, yes. And then he's like, okay, I got you. Literally like 5 to 10 minutes before we get on that flight. So had I not been able to have access to that text message, I would never been able to meet Kyrie. So it's shout out Jaylen Brown for that, man. That's love.
Shout out Jaylen Brown.
Yes, sir.
Sick, man. So with that many followers, what is I don't consider you in the same league as like those super arrogant influencer type people that
I can never be.
you are massively humble in real life and all of that. So and extremely intelligent.
Appreciate
I'm gonna big you up. So
it.
going out into public, what does YouTube do to your fame? I mean, do you get recognized? Are you able to sit down at an ice cream shop without someone coming up getting a picture? Tell me what that situation's like.
Get recognized everywhere I go, man. Gas stations, fast food restaurants, ice cream parlors, basketball games, football games, soccer games. You name it, it happens. But those are the moments I find gratitude in because I'm thankful. Because when I was a kid, I would always want to meet people I looked up to and watched on TV and watched on social media and internet. And I would always hope that they would have a good spirit when I would meet them. So I always make an evident effort to go the extra mile to make sure someone feels extra greeted, like when we have a conversation. Like I'm not like let's take a picture, whatever. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? What you do? Like, what's your name? What sports you play? I try to be engaging as possible with every single person I meet that day, whether it's 50 to 100 to 2 to 3. I have the same energy because I want them to have that last impression, like he's a great dude, not a dick.
That could be their moment that you experience too, like
right?
that.
You know,
full circle.
What I mean?
I'm finally seeing the person that I'd hope to meet. So that's good, man.
It's crazy, but it's a blessing.
I'm glad you take the time to like meet and talk with people too. I think that's cool. And I know that you're pretty active in the community as well, giving back. I mean, do you have what are your current ventures right now outside of basketball? I mean, I know you are, what are your community givebacks?
I mean, I'm big on supporting, right? So I do the best I can. My friends in Sacramento, if they have merch and I know about it, I want to pay full price, right? That's part of me giving back to the community that way. Also advocating for change, especially right now in this time of injustice. So just advocating for that, standing up for what I believe in. Since I've been doing that, I've lost over 8,000 followers on Instagram in a matter of less than 2 months. But that's fine.
It's a shame because you're not asking for anything outside of the
I'm not asking for anything else. I'm just being me. I'm speaking my truth. So those followers were meant for me, Also, helping the community by. So to me, a community is a lot of things. It's the city. It's the people in the city. It's what you do with the people and for the people. So the people I film with, that's my community too. I help them grow for free, no charge. I saw the genuine work ethic that I saw in myself in them when they were that age, that I didn't have nobody to help me out and look up to in the YouTube world. So I'm 24, they're about 17, 18, 19. So I'm like, I'm going to help them because I want them to be better than me and I want them to help the next person. So it's just paying it forward. That's how I help the community the most way, is just pay it forward at all costs. Put others before yourself. Stand for what you believe in. Donate where you can donate. And especially in the pandemic right now, I would have loved to protest, man. I would have loved to, but it'd put my family in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? Because you're part of that family too. You know exactly what family I'm talking about.
I do.
And then my personal family. So, and then my sister's pregnant. So it's just like, you don't want to be bringing all this stuff around because when you're pregnant, your immune system is very compromised. So I don't know, man. It's just a lot. I have a lot of aspirations that I want to do next.
Sure.
I want to start my own restaurant. I want to. My goal when I was in high school it's still in the back of my mind was to start some type of acting school in Sacramento. We don't have one with the right credentials, and that was my long-term goal, to feed into the Hollywood spectrum, because I didn't want everybody to think you had to go to LA to make it. You can make it in your own city. That was my long-term goal before all this kicked off. So
I've always had some kind of love for Sacramento, but only up until recently did it really start becoming like a destination city. I know.
Yeah. Wait, where you from?
From the Bay originally. I grew up in Oakland.
Okay, got you. Okay, continue.
And then, actually, I was born and raised in Oakland, and then moved to kind of a country city called Brentwood. It's not country anymore. It's pretty
Yeah, I
pretty
know
much
exactly
right
where that's
there.
at.
But then that was a little bit too slow for me back then, so I moved out here thinking it'd be fast paced, and
Hmm.
just this
No,
town grew on
it's
me, and I
super slow.
yeah. But now we have a lot of kind of credentials. We have a bustling restaurant scene when you can go out. We've
Hmm.
got a huge brewery scene. I know you don't really drink, but
Yep. But no,
important to
it's
me,
huge out here. It
as you
is.
can see. But yeah, man. So I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. Obviously, this means a lot to the community, and hopefully,
Always,
a lot of
man.
your fans and my fans get a chance to learn about you a little bit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you could leave us with one extra positive message, if you could put one positive message out there in the world, what would that be?
Whew. There's so many. There's so many, right? If it was one thing, I take it out of Kyrie's book. It's just be you at all costs. Be you. Because at the end of the day, no amount of money in the world, no amount of time spent can ever be reciprocated to be somebody else. Meaning, no matter what I do, I can never be you. You can never be me. I can never be LeBron James. I can never be Zion Williamson. I can never be Tony Hawk. I can never be Floyd Mayweather. But I can be the best me I can be if I'm present in the present day and in the present time with yourself. Understanding what you do best and do it. Find what you do best and do it.
There's that
So,
inspiration.
you know what I'm saying? Like for me being myself, I want to inspire others to be yourself. That it's okay to be outside the box. It's okay to shy away from not doing the cool stuff in school, quote unquote, right? It's okay to be in honors classes. It's okay to study. It's okay to go to sleep at a good time.
Mhm.
It's okay not to hang out with girls all the time. Just be you. Do what truly makes you happy. Because true happiness cannot come from nobody else but yourself. It comes from within. And if
Word.
you can't find that, you will never be able to make anybody else happy. And if you're if you're if you're relying on someone else for your happiness, you're gonna fail in this life 100% of the time. So be you, find your happiness, find your passion, do what you're passionate about, and turn your passion into monetary value. And that's it.
Positive words from our friend Marcelas here. So
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you again for your time.
Oh, I appreciate you, man.
And
This is fun. Yeah, I like this.
yeah, where I know we mentioned at the beginning, but if you could, before I run out of batteries here,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
where can everyone find you?
Everyone can find me on Twitter, IG, Instagram. I already said IG. Duh. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all at Marcellus Howard. Twitch, also at Marcellus Howard. I try to keep it simple, so it's just a one-stop shop. You search Marcellus Howard, all that pops up.
Pick
So
up some merch while you're at it too.
pick up some merch as I have a little bit left. Sizes probably aren't going to be in everybody's best interest, but there's still some sizes left that may or may not fit you. But
Word.
tune into the shop.
Cool. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Oh man, appreciate you.